Hi everyone, and welcome to part 2 of your interactive story project. In the first video, we worked in Google Sheets to explore and to build your story. And now we're moving into Google Slides to turn that story into an interactive experience. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to link your choices to different slides, customize your design, and get your story ready for others to explore. So let's start with an example of what this finished project could look like. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in slideshow mode, and then you can just see that all we have to do is click different boxes and choices, and it will take us through where we want to go next. I've even added some images, and here are our choices, more images, and then you can walk through. Once you make your choices, you go through and you put this in here, and at the end you have a mission completed. You'll notice I've already added some basic slides and shapes to help you get started. Your job is to update the content, connect the links, and style it to match your story. As you're customizing, try using things like gradients for the background, images or GIFs, and even emojis to make it more fun. Go ahead and start here at the beginning. This is what yours is going to look like when you open it. So you will have different slides already made, and you'll see at the top I have circles with numbers, and then I also have squares with 2 digits. So what I want you to see is this is step 1. If it's a circle, it's step 1. If it's a square, that's step 1, choice 1. This is step 1, choice 2, step 2, choice 1. So it's really important that you can understand what these are, and I'll show you why in a moment. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and insert your name. Now I went ahead, my last name is Howard, and I'm going to change it to Agent Howard just because I'm a spy, right? And then on the next, the thing we'll do here is we're going to add this. We're going to add a link that will take us to the next slide. So your viewers are going to be able to click on this presentation in slideshow mode, and they'll be able to walk through according to the choices they make in their story. So what I want to do, once I have this clicked, I'm going to press Control K. So Control and K is the shortcut for adding a link. You could also do that by clicking right up here. Once that shape is selected, you could click this link right there on the toolbar, or you could go to Insert, and you can also go down to link. There are so many ways that you could get there. So the important thing is, though, I don't want it to say text. So I want to make sure the whole thing is selected, Control K, and right here it's just one box. And I want to go ahead and press Slides in this presentation, and I want to take it to step 1. That is the slide name, step 1. So I'm going to click there, and if I click on this, I can see it takes me to step 1. So once you're on a step slide, that will be the ones with circles, you're going to go to the choices that you have here. You're not going to click on the words. You're going to make sure you click on the outside of the shape. You only want the outside of the shape highlighted. And then you're going to choose an option for how you're going to insert a link. So whether you want to choose Insert Link, or you want to go up here to the top and Insert Link, or for me, Control K. I use that all the time. So Control and K. I'm going to go Slides in this presentation. I want it to be step 1, choice 1. So I'm going to click on Slides in this presentation, and so it says 1, choice 1. And then when I click there, I can see, there we have, you receive your first top secret assignment. Now on this one, we're going to select on the outside, Control K, and Slides in this presentation, and it's step 1, choice 2. Make sure it goes to the right one, and there we are. So go ahead and do that now. Once we get to the choices, we have to put a link on the choice page to get us to the next step. So right now we're in step 1, but we need now to go to step 2. So we're going to click on Next, and then Control K, Slides in this presentation, and I'm finding step 2. So I'll click on that, and then it takes me to step 2. You also have to do that on step 1, choice 2. So we're going to go right back here to Next, Control K, Slides in this presentation, and it needs to take me to step 2. So that's how we're going to do each and every step and choice. So go ahead right now and walk yourself through every single page, every slide in this presentation to get you from the steps to the choices and the choices to the steps. Go ahead and do that now. Now on this very last page, so it's step 5, choice 1 and choice 2, you're going to click on next, and this is going to take you Control K, and then you want to go to slide 17, the very last slide, and that is your slide at the end where you can say mission completed. Example right here, it's this one, mission completed. I put that up there myself, and then I added a GIF. So make sure that your last 2 choices, step 5, choice 1, is linked to slide 17, and slide choice 5, and then step 5, choice 2, is also linked to slide 17. So make sure that is done. Now that we have our slides working, go ahead and slide show mode and just click everything to make sure things are going to the right location. That's really important that you do that. Slide 17 is going to look blank until you put something in here. So go ahead and let's just enter mission accomplished if that's your ending message. And then put it in slideshow mode. We'll put it back here, slideshow. I press next. It takes us to the mission accomplished page. So when you have all of your links done, now we can go back and we can start making it personal. So here's something that we can do. If you don't like these shapes with the rectangle, you can click on this and right click and press change shape, and you can actually change your shapes to be something else. So if you don't like that type of shape, you could definitely make it any of these. I could make it a circle and then come here, right click, make sure you click right there, change shape, and there you go. I changed the shape, but the link still works. So if I put this in slideshow mode, the link is still going to take me to the next option. So all you're doing is changing the shape. You can do that easily. Also, once you come here, once you click on that shape, you're able to change the color, change the border, make this your own. So that's what you are going to do, is you're going to, now that all of the slides are linked, you're going to go back and make this your own. You can insert images, you can insert emojis, you can insert GIFs. As long as they're school appropriate, you can insert them in. If you need a reminder, all we have to do is when we want to insert something, we want to make sure we're on the slide that we want that inserted, go up to insert, and you can click image, and then you have the option to search the web, or you can also do GIFs and stickers. So make sure you can click those, and then you can put anything that you're going to want to put in there. Okay? Again, as long as it's school appropriate. But remember, don't go overboard. Keep your slides clear and easy to read. Think about the person playing your story, because they should always know where to click. I also wanted to show you how you can add things with a gradient, a custom gradient. Now, if I were doing a spy motion, I would not choose these colors at all, but I was just going in to show you how you could actually change the way the background looks and just add a little bit more creativity. So what you'll do is you're going to make sure you click right over here on the left-hand side, click background, and then when you go to color, choose gradient. Now, these gradients are going to be there for you, and you could choose a gradient like that. If you wanted it to be on the entire theme, you add to theme, and then all of them are that way. Easy as can be. But if you wanted to make a custom gradient, this is what you would do. You would go to background and then go to color and gradient, and then you go to custom, and then you press the plus sign. Now you're going to go to this color right here and choose your main color that you want to use. So I don't know what color maybe you want to do a red. Now you're going to have a choice where you want it a linear type in lines, or maybe you want it radial, which is in circles. It's up to you. Do you want it in the center, the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right? Or if you're doing it linear, you have the different types of angles that you want it to be. So you can just click whichever you'd like. Now what you're going to do is you're going to press add, and it's going to add another place on your line. So what this line is, this is saying what is the beginning color and then what is the ending color. All you have to do is bring that over somewhere on that line and then go up here, and then you can change your color. And you can see how now the other color has changed. We're going to go to add, get another dot, bring that wherever you want on the line, go up here, and then you can change to another color. And you can see now we have three different colors. Well, actually four, because we're going to that gray. And then press add, move that, and then press the color, and then you can choose another color that you want. And then go to add, move that color to where you want, and you can choose another color to what you want. It's really up to you of what you want to add. And then now we're going to go back to color, and we're going to do another color, and then press OK, and done. And if we want it on all of them, of course we want to go to add to theme, and now all of them are that way. And there is our new gradient background. And the really cool thing is when you click on a shape and you want to add the color, if you go to the paint bucket, then you go to gradient, it's there, and you can even change that shape to be that gradient color if you want that as well. So there's so many options for that. I hope this project is just going to be able to allow you to use your creativity and all that you've learned about Google Slides, and that you can just be creative, make it personal, make it your own. Once your links are added and your design is finished, click Present and test everything, and make sure all your choices go to the correct slides and fix any broken links. That's it. You have now turned your Google Sheet story into a clickable, interactive Google Slides presentation. In our next class, we'll be sharing and playing each other's stories, so take your time and make sure it works well. I'll catch you next time.